to now talk about Jacob deGrom, who currently is a starting pitcher for the New York Mets. I believe Jacob deGrom right now is the best pitcher in all of baseball. And I feel like that Jacob deGrom has been the best pitcher in all of baseball. And honestly, one of the best players in all of baseball ever since he won the Cy Young Award back in 2018. And then he followed it up by winning another Cy Young Award in 2019. He had a really solid year last year. And right now, Jacob deGrom is at the peak of his career. And I'd argue that Jacob deGrom has at least 2 more Superman years left in him. He probably has more than that, but at the very least, he's got about 2 more, just crazy good seasons left in him. He's going to have a chance to add on to his numbers and have a solid career from this point going forward. But the point I'm trying to make is he's awesome. He's really good. And what makes Jacob deGrom so good is he's got such an electric fastball, man. He easily can reach 97 to 100 miles an hour. And like I said, it's with relative ease. That sets up his 90-mile-per-hour slider. He throws in a good changeup with that as well, along with a solid curveball. He doesn't walk very many batters. But in the last 4 years, Jacob deGrom is 25-20 as a starter. But that is not on Jacob deGrom. That is on the incompetence, I should say. That is on the incompetence of the New York Mets. This team has not surrounded Jacob deGrom with enough help, okay? Now, they've always had a solid pitching staff, but the New York Mets offense has really squandered some of the best, seasons of Jacob deGrom's career, because when you have a transcendent pitcher like a Jacob deGrom, you want to win a lot of games and you want to make the postseason, because if you roll into the postseason with a guy like Jacob deGrom, he's going to give you a puncher's chance to win a World Series, okay? But the Mets haven't been in that conversation because their offense has not been up to par. So if you're the Mets, you gotta wake up as a franchise and say, man, we're wasting Jacob deGrom's best years. I know they signed Francisco Lindor this past year to a big-time contract. We'll see what he does. I believe Francisco Lindor is great, but the Mets, they got to start stepping things up, because you don't want to be like the Angels and waste away a transcendent player like Mike Trout. That player obviously being Jacob deGrom, but the point I'm trying to make is Jacob deGrom is excellent, but if the Mets want to get the most out of him, they must build a great team around Jacob deGrom. We'll see if that team comes into fruition very, very soon, but only time will tell. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the juiciest Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. And I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big-time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the juiciest Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God bless day, and I'm out.